Hey guys, welcome in here. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're back. I'm getting ready to post this up on Instagram as well. So thank you for coming in tonight. Chat is open. This is an AMA style Q&A. Ask me anything you want. I am getting ready to post this really quick over on Instagram so that people can come in. Thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate you. And let me post this up. I can't wait for these. I love doing these events. I love answering questions. Hit me with every question you have. I'm posting really quick on Instagram to make sure everyone's going to pop in. Um, Going live on YouTube right now for a relationship. Ooh, AMA. There you go. If you've ever wondered what it's like to post on the back end, there you go. That's me. I make all those noises as I do that. It is good to see you guys. I'm going to get out of my phone here in a minute. Join me. Here we go. There we go. All right. Posted. Who is with me here tonight? We're going to be talking about relationships. I have very simple rules that make relationships very easy. Very simple rules if you're looking for good dating, if you're looking for anything like that. Charlie, how long have you been live for? About a minute and 22 seconds. It's up there, right up there. At least it is on my side. Good to see you in here. And W and Gord and Charlie both. Good to see you guys. Hit me with all your questions tonight. It is good to see you. Calchemist, hey Adam, love your advice. What's your opinion on prenups? People ask me that all the time. Is a prenup a red flag? No, actually, I'm somewhat for prenups, especially if there's children already involved. I'm very much usually for prenups, but I like to use them not just for the money. Use them as a whole conversation starter for what are the relationship responsibilities, what are the expectations, where are the lines. Have the conversations. I am very much pro prenup in most cases, to be honest with you. People think it's encouraging divorce or like you're just waiting for the no. You're talking about all the expectations for how to make the marriage great, which I'm actually pro usually. Usually. Hey Adam, good to see you. Good to see you too. Thank you for being here. Tonight is AMA. Ask me anything. Whatever you want to know. Relationships, attachment, psychology, therapy, diagnoses, medication, all kinds of stuff. Whatever. Let's get into some trouble here tonight. Let's have a good talk. Who in here is in a relationship? If you guys, I'm loving chat over there. Hit me in chat. Are you in a relationship, or is it just complicated? If you've been are in a relationship, what's your status? What is your relationship status? How long have you been together? I'm always interested in people's love stories. Single as of February. Okay, how you doing in the single life? You enjoying it? You hating it? Are you trying to find somebody? What is it like? Talk to me. Hit me with questions. Let's go. Let's do this. This will be fun. I'm getting into the swing of these YouTube ones. I'm used to doing the TikTok lives. It's a little bit more wild and chaotic over there. Over 50, dating. I'm finding that I'm resistant to relationships deepening. Red flags seem to stand out. Ooh, seem to stand out. Not sure what's going on with me. So 50, dating, resistant. Red flags are sharper. I'm going to guess you've recently had something that was a really rough relationship that ended poorly. And the other person probably didn't take you very seriously. Is that right? Am I getting close? Was it a pretty uncomfortable experience for you? 54. Okay. There you go. Was it a pretty bad experience where the other person was not taking you seriously and now you, yes, okay. 100%. There we go. Very common. If you have been with someone who especially has avoidant attachment style, that's something to look up, avoidant attachment style. If you've been with them for a long period of time, right? 10, 20 years in there, whatever, if even just 5 years, being in a relationship with someone like that burns you out and your ability to trust and be more open, so that when you're out of a relationship, it's very hard to then relax into the next one. So you tend to be a lot harsher on your future partners, interestingly. It can be healed. It can be fixed. It's just a defense mechanism baked into you so that you don't ever go back into that again. It's not quite trauma, but it's a similar pathway in the brain. I'm trying to get back into dating. I thought I was over the breakup, but I think there's still more I have to process. I find myself missing my ex now and then. Okay, and on good terms. All my relationships have been fairly long. I'm 26 years, so I want to get into the casual dating scene while I'm still young. Okay, why? Might seem like a foolish question. What makes you want to get into the casual dating scene, Charlie? Thanks. You are most welcome, MW. Good question. Hit me with more of them. I'd love to hear more questions, to be honest with you. Is this normal? Adam, is that normal? Adam, what do I do about this? Right? I'm a coach. I'm a dating coach. I did therapy for years and years and years. I was a licensed marriage and family therapist. There's the book for the national MFT exam you have to take. So there we go. I had to memorize the DSM. There's my DSM-4 actually that I went through school for. Then I had to come back and memorize the DSM-5. So hit me with questions, you guys. I'm here for it. This is a conversation. It's both ways. It's not me just talking at you guys. Hit me with questions. Anything you've got. No situation is too extreme. I have heard it all. Oh, let me tell you, I have heard it all. As a psychotherapist, I took so many murder confessions from people in corrections. And strangely, as a coach on the internet, I continue to take murder confessions. I have no idea. I've lived a fairly sheltered life, never really traveled till recently. I'm realizing there's so many people out there to meet. Yeah. What's your purpose in life? Because you can meet anybody. You can meet killers. You can meet interesting killers and learn about how they killed people. Or you can seek out people who are going to help you take the next steps in your life. So what's your target, Charlie? Who are the people who are going to help you reach your target down the road so that you don't just meet random people for no reason? You meet right people that are going to help you leap through life, and you can help them as well. Who are the people on that journey with you? Where's your journey going? Do you know? Who else is in here? This is good. I love these conversations. Hit me with more questions, you guys. This is awesome. Simple rules for relationships. Let's talk about this. People ask me all the time, Adam, how do I know if I'm ready to get married? How do I know if this is the right person for me? How do I know if we're headed for divorce? One simple rule I can give you, very simple rule to tell you if you are with a good person who's going to treat you right or a person who's going to destroy you eventually. Do they cooperate during conflict? What do I mean? When you hit a conflict, do they become an individualist where it's every man for himself? That's your problem. You have to solve that. I'm going to solve this problem alone over here. Don't worry about it. This is my problem. Do they completely separate out? Do they start blaming? Do they start assuming you're going to blame and become defensive? What do they do when stress gets higher? When there's a conflict or a potential for conflict, what do they do? Or do they stop and cooperate with you? Do they start asking you clarifying questions? Do they start using we language? We need to build a plan through this. How can we do this? What do you need from me so that we can solve this? Are they solution focused during stress? Are they cooperative during stress? That's what you're really looking for, because that's going to tell you how they're most likely going to act when things are tense, when they're tempted, when one of you gets sick, when there's a problem, a financial issue. Cooperation during conflict is one of the biggest pieces. You got to look for it. If you don't know how to look for that, ask me that. Hit me over in chat. Ask me those questions. My purpose in life, my big passion is education. I enjoy the mentor-student dynamic. I find a lot of fulfillment helping kids grow and gain confidence. Ooh, I love that. Are you looking for a classic academic path? Are you looking for a coaching path, right? As I've left therapy to become a coach because I love it so much. Are you looking for a mentoring program? Are you looking for like a group home program where you help runaway kids kind of thing? What are you thinking there, Charlie? Awesome, Charlie. Me too. Awesome. Hey, that's good. I find that a lot of people who solve problems in their life want to help other people solve the same problem that they solved. That's usually a great way to do it. Gustavo, good to see you in here. Welcome in here. I'm glad to have you here. How you doing tonight? And what questions can I answer for you? What are you curious about in relationships? Guys, I got 15 years of training and experience. Please pick my brain on this. I'm totally here for it. I won't in education and leadership training. 30 years now. Ooh, interesting. I work in education and leadership training. I love that, MW. That's fantastic. Charlie, I'm a music teacher. So for a while, I'm going to teach in the K through 12 system. A long time, I like to teach community college. Interesting. Music teaching in community college or teaching something else in community college, because you're wanting to help them grow and gain confidence. So grow and gain confidence through music, grow and gain confidence. How? Good stuff here tonight, guys. This is fun. There's 14 of you in here so far. What are the rest of you guys doing for your relationships? Don't be shy. I'm not going to judge you. I'll judge you a little bit. No, I won't. What's your guys' relationship statuses in here? Where are you at? Happy, complicated, angry, terrified, single, loving it, single and wish I was dead. What are we doing here? Hit me with it, you guys. Calculus, good to see you happy there. I'm an admin. Any thoughts on age difference in relationships? Yes, Gustavo. Very large age differences can sometimes indicate attachment issues. Can, not always. I'm talking 10 plus, 15 plus years, can indicate attachment issues where somebody is fulfilling a need. Both of them probably are getting a need fulfilled that they didn't get as kids. Or sometimes the older one doesn't feel safe in their relationships, or they are, interestingly, sometimes codependent. They can be the avoidant one. They can be the really anxious codependent one. There's a number of dynamics. Usually gigantic age gaps often indicate an attachment issue. Shorter age gaps within 5 years don't as much indicate attachment issues typically. So whenever I see them, I just kind of start asking questions and just kind of figure out where the person's at. What are your thoughts on those age gaps, Gustavo? Or chat in general, what are your guys' thoughts? How much of an age gap is too much? Assuming everybody is of legal age, most of that. Charlie, through music. I found there's a lot of things I want to learn about yourself and girls you could learn through music, such as time management. I love that. That's awesome. I grew up in a very musical family myself, and the saying goes that I have no musical talent whatsoever because I took up the drums and percussion. I learned that from my lead guitar player father, by the way, as you could tell. I serve in ministry, so relationships are the most important thing to me. I'm single, kids are all grown. Sounds like you've got a full plate on your hands there, MW. That's fantastic. What are you working on right now in yourself? Oliver, good to see you in here. Welcome back. Trying to get to a place where I can attract a good woman. Could probably get a girl right now, but I doubt I'd be able to keep a good one. Very possible. What one key change, Oliver, do you think you would have to change to either get or keep? What's one key change for you as a man that you're working on? Love to hear. Alchemist, have you had clients with the red pill alpha male mindset? Oh, yes. Videos like that sometimes appear in my feed. It seems like a destructive lifestyle. It looks shallow. So inside my private community, the Attachment Circle, we have the Red Pill Detox channel for guys who are overcoming those old beliefs that they had that are usually based on broken attachment and fear and not understanding how the dynamic is supposed to work. Red Pill is a mashup of evolutionary psychology and avoidant attachment, which teaches you that no one else is ever to be trusted, so you have to manage them and control them like livestock. Not good. So, yeah, no, I've definitely encountered red pill a number of times. Most guys come to me post red pill when it hasn't worked and they're wretchedly miserable and they want to fix their life and get actual good attachment. That's where most guys come to me, to be honest with you. I'm working on building leadership training coaches via John Knight. Ooh, interesting. Very good for you. I love that. What a great channel name. It is what it is, Charlie. Yeah, Red Pill Detox. It's because that's what they do. They come in and they need a place to detox, a lot of the guys. And we have a lot of women in the group, and they don't want red pill stuff blasted everywhere in every channel because some of it's very disturbing. So we have a detox channel to honestly just like share your thoughts. You don't have to be like, oh, what was me? I'm so bad. You're just like, hey, guys, is this true? What do you think about this? Is this accurate? What do you think about this? And just talk it through. Just honestly, just talk it through with people who are working on getting better. Oliver, need to get a decent working car. Ooh, market's pretty bad right now. Cars, yes. Interestingly, I'm with you. Get a pair of wheels and you get a lot of other things. No, I hear you though. Being self-sufficient in that way is very important. Good for you. Lance, I think the individual must be capable of enduring a life being questioned or rejected outright. The nail that sticks out gets the hammer. I hear that. Oh, I definitely hear that, Cleanza. You and I are on the same page. Definitely. Thanks for sharing your knowledge, Adam. Is there an equivalent of flowers for men, like something to gift your boyfriend or husband? Good one. Men enjoy two things. Number one is to be respected. Men value respect more than they value love. In fact, I would say that respect is love for men in many cases. So telling your man that you respect him will often go deeper than telling him that you love him. And number two is helping him on his mission in some way by augmenting his success. This is why a hot cooked meal is really important because that's work he doesn't have to do. And especially if it's delivered in a timely manner. You are working a really late night. I made you a warm dinner and brought it to you at your desk because I respect you. Where's that? Like Vince McMahon, like progressively falling out of his chair. That's there. Give that a shot. Car market's overpriced. There are ways to do it. 100%. 100%. If someone knows they're selfish, can they fix that? If someone is aware enough to say, I'm selfish, I should fix that, then yes, absolutely, they can fix that. It's a set of perceptions and trainings that you can go through to fix it. Absolutely. I've helped people do that myself. And also, Antoine, it's good to see you back here again. Welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Oliver, mainly because we know deep down if she doesn't respect us, ain't no way she's going to really love us. 100%. 100%. I'm 35 and dating. Better boy. Good to hear it. I really want a family and kids. Very gun shy. I've been through several friends go through divorces and family court systems. Can I have a family and kids without marriage? Marriage is not for men. Marriage is for children. Marriage is a structured, stable framework in which children can feel safe and secure, and also so that women can feel safe and secure. If you're not going to have kids, there's not really a point in marriage, to be honest with you. It's just a nice piece of paper and it's a feel good kind of thing. Marriage provides stability and structure because it is the business of building a family together. Think of it that way. Don't get married to the wrong person. And frankly, don't have children with a person you wouldn't marry, because that person's going to raise them. And that those children will be half that person, at least. Respectful love, reverence appeals to a man 100%. It does. Respect for his values, respect for his character. Absolutely. Respect is absolutely crucial, more than affection. Love feels like affection for men. Respect feels like everything. My girlfriend is loyal, but told me she's been dreaming recurrently of cheating on me. Interesting. Dreams do mean something. What would you do in my position? I would ask her, how does she feel in the dream about cheating, and how does she feel about the dreams themselves? If she is having nightmares that she's accidentally cheating on you, that is totally different from, hey, I had a fantastic dream that I was banging all of your best friends and it was wonderful and I just wish I could go do it. Those are two very different things. So if she is petrified that if she's dreaming badly about it and angry and upset about it, it could mean that she is secretly very afraid she's going to screw up the relationship, and that she is just like desperately looking out for the ways she's going to ruin things. Do a lot of dream analysis as formerly as a therapist and now as a coach, interestingly. So generally speaking, what do you guys think? Right or wrong? Am I hitting it close? Does it sound good? Sound crap? What do you guys think? There's my dream analysis. I'm glad to find your channel. Thank you. Singularity, you are very welcome. Thank you for being here. Hit me with any questions you have as you're here. Hearsay, love languages, are they a myth? Google search yields several articles saying the research is inconclusive on the validity of them. I don't think that they are the absolute be-all, end-all that people say they are. I think that they are a good starting point for a deeper conversation, which is this. When I work with couples, what are the top 3 things I can do that will help you feel most loved? That's really what it should come down to. Holding hands, cooking my dinner, and making love on the balcony. Whatever it is, whatever those things are, it's a great starting place for conversation. But it's not this like one and only thing, to be honest with you. I don't think. That's my opinion. What do you guys think? How's your wife doing? Fantastic. Pregnant. As usual. Pregnant as usual. If you guys have ever seen Hotel Transylvania, where the female werewolf is just always pregnant and they have a million kids, that's me and my wife. That's basically us. Except we're happy about it. How do you know if a woman is truly interested in you? Ooh, Antoine. I have a new video coming very quickly. So today I released a video of how to optimize your dating profile. I have coming very quickly the key ways, 10 ways to know if she's very interested and how to progress the relationship. I have a whole thing coming on that very quickly. But little spoiler, generally, if she is digging for information about your life, she's trying to figure out if she can fit into your life. That's one really good way of doing it. Once I dreamed I was having relations blindfolded and suddenly got scared about the chance it could be my ex and not my boyfriend. I woke up and worried. Yeah. No, I hear you. There's weird dreams, and they usually mean something that you're afraid of is usually what it is. I feel like there's some truth to it. I think at the very least gets us to think about the other person and be more empathetic. Good call. Good call. Generally, I find it hard relating to younger women. I think a lot of younger guys are more focused on the long term and they feel the same. Things get better after 25. I think the ideal range for me is +5. Yeah, I hear that. Men are prefrontal cortex doesn't finish growing and developing until 25 anyway. So makes sense. That makes good sense. Phoenix, I'm asking this for a friend situation. Okay. How can she bring up the topic of marriage without pressure? Ooh, yeah, they're in love with another, but she wants to marry him. I hear this a lot. She should have brought it up on the first date. It's the best chance. The second best is now, and bringing it up as in, I want to build a future together with you and a family with you. And to me, that means marriage. What do you want to build together? Not where do you see us in 10 years? What do you want to build together? Start that conversation. How often are you doing these live events? Singularity, good question. So I used to do a ton of live streaming on TikTok, like 6 times a week. And then I just got so slammed with coaching clients and my private community and everything that I just didn't have time. And now I'm back. I'm back because I've changed some things in my schedule and added some hours. So I work about 12 to 14 hours a day now. And I get to stream like this and I enjoy it. So every Tuesday night, I will be here. Every single Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central Time, this time slot we're in right now, and probably a lot of Wednesdays too. And I'm thinking I'm probably going to duo stream with my good friend Sarah, who has a pretty good channel here as well. So you guys should check her out. I don't want to miss anybody. These are great. She wasn't happy about having those dreams. I think she was more scared of having them than enjoying those. Oh, there we go, Jesse. So my guess is she actually probably has deeper problems and she feels, I don't want to say it that way. She has deeper fears that she's going to wreck the relationship. And it is manifesting in fears that she's secretly, accidentally going to cheat on you. But what that means is I'm afraid I'm going to cross boundaries without meaning to, and it's going to ruin everything and I won't be able to take it back. That could indicate anxious attachment style. I have something wrong with me that everybody else can see if I open up too much and they will abandon me for, and rightly so, because I don't deserve to be loved. That's anxious attachment style. It's very likely that she may have this. And if so, this is a good indicator of it. And she probably cares about you a great deal. In fact, she's having nightmares about losing you in a way that she can't control, in her dreams at least. Tom, good question. Here we go. Good to see you, Tom. Married, 5 kids, overall good. Great learning experience for me. It's made me a better person. I love it. I'm working on my 5th one right now, so I love that. You have a good girlfriend there, my man. 100%. It sounds like it. It just sounds like she needs some relief from the fear that she's going to screw it up. There's a number of ways to fix that. One is to have the boundaries talk. So what would make me break up with you? What would make me kind of angry? What would make me a little annoyed? All this room in between that you don't have to worry about. Just, have you done this? Have you done this? Nope. Cool. Don't worry about it. If you guys have that talk with each other, 5 to 10 younger as a dude is your general strike range anymore. And you're either super high status or she got daddy issues. I feel you, Oliver. I feel you. I feel like I have to share everything with my special one. Oh, I feel like I like to share everything. My boyfriend is rather private, doesn't want me to have access to his phone. It doesn't worry me, although it feels a bit weird. Yes. What do you think? I would check for, honestly, I would start checking for avoidant attachment, like mild, nervous avoidant, not like super manipulative, awful, lying, cheating on you. But like there's a reason that they don't feel comfortable sharing with you. And he's very private. He doesn't share openly. It's good to have information. Women especially thrive on emotional intimacy. I did a thread in April on Twitter that just went viral again. But it's over on my Twitter right now about the male-female brains and emotional intimacy and communication, why it's so crucial to have emotional intimacy through communication for the female partner especially. Melanie, good to see you in here. How are you doing? Welcome. Glad to have you here. Charlie, in your coaching experience, what's been the most common problem men face? Once solved leads to the biggest positive change in their dating life. Defining their core 3 principles in themselves, their honor code that they've been denying to appease other people, and their purpose in life, their life mission that they are going to chase, because those 3 things and that one thing together create the man that you are and create confidence. And also it creates a life and a path that you are on that you can then invite a woman into. You don't invite a woman into fun. You invite her into a journey and building something with you that you are in the process of building with a man that she respects. Those are the things that you need to do, and that pays the biggest dividends, to be honest with you. It's also the beginning process of fixing your attachment issues if you have them. Do you plan on making collaborations and interviews? I do a lot of them. Psych often talks about relationships, but I think you guys have different angles and it would be a very interesting conversation. So I'm trying to think if I get to say, well, I have done a collaboration recently that you'll be very interested in. I think that I just got back from Miami, doing some meetings there. I am most likely flying to Los Angeles in a couple weeks for another collaboration, and then most likely flying to the California Bay Area for another collaboration. And I am getting ready to put together a large project that will be an ongoing collaboration for something. Yes, I have many collaborations. Did you guys see my episode with Mind Pump? Did you see my episode way back in the day with Michaela Peterson? Did you see my 3 episodes so far with Chris Williamson? I've got a lot of collaborations. And if you have more suggestions, Gustavo, I am here for them, man. Hit me with them. Hit me with them. Hit them with them, too. It helps. I can email them and they say, all right. If you guys hit them in the comments, like, do this. They're like, my audience is talking about that man. You know the trick. It's subjective. How soon can someone with avoidant attachment become secure? It depends on the person. Believing that they can overcome it, or believing that a secure relationship is possible and that it's not crap and it's not going to ruin their life, is 50% of the battle. So if an avoidant person even believes it's possible, they're already halfway there, to be honest with you. Then it's just learning a couple things and having a few key experiences that begin transforming them. And once they do that, shoot, man, in coaching, avoidant people, 3 to 4 sessions with me. I mean, if they're ready, if they believe it, they come in believing it, and they're like, okay, I believe this will work. 3 or 4 sessions with me. We can knock it out pretty fast. And that's every other week, 2 months. Can knock it out pretty fast. Fastest I've ever helped someone fix it was 30 days. And that was someone who was actually addicted to heroin at the beginning of the 30 days. It's a wild ride. She said she wants to build with someone on the first date with him. She never specified building in marriage on the first date. They're dating for 7 months this far. Okay, I was afraid you were going to say 7 years. I get a lot of people. She's at 8 years wondering if he's ever going to get married. 7 months is perfect. 7 months is where people start showing who they really are. Anyway, 7 months is great. Hey, let's talk about the future. Let's have a talk about the future, what we want to build together. For me, it looks like family, children, and to me, that means marriage. And that means this. We don't have to get married tomorrow, but what are your thoughts? Let's have a collaborative discussion about what we want. If you can't do that, you can't get married. That's the law. If she tells him building means marriage now, is it too late? No, because if he says, no, it doesn't, I don't want that, then she has found that out. Is she going to be silent for the rest of her life and just wish that they could get married? No, she shouldn't. It's illegal. It should be. People who treat themselves well and are capable of believing their spouse is like themselves to receive their desired strength fed, not selfish. Boundaries are respected depending on covenant. Boundaries should be drawn from your principles, the goals, the values, the code that you follow. Boundaries should flow from that. Your core values, even your religious values, whatever they might be, and your personal goal that you're on. I am sorry, I cannot do that because honesty is my biggest thing. I had somebody email me the other day and ask me to lie about something. And I said, all due respect, I cannot lie because honesty is my core value of who I am, and I will hate myself. So here's what we can do to work on this situation instead with full honesty. Flat out refuse. I feel like I'm searching for the perfect relationship. Whilst I'm open to having kids, I feel like the relationship would have to be really solid for me to do so. Good. It should be. The risk is that the threshold is too high and I'll end up waiting for too long. My girl would be infertile by then. Well, yes. You should be beginning that process very early on in the dating and talking about it and really talking about things that can break you up. Stress test the relationship on purpose. People who avoid stress testing their relationship, can I say this? What if we break up? Good. Then you shouldn't be together. You're going to be wretchedly miserable and you're going to raise children in an unstable home who are then going to go out and seek unstable relationships too. Break yourselves up if you can. How can I do to help with my severe depression? I feel hopeless. Melanie? How much physical exercise are you getting? And I'm not judging you. I'm just really asking. How much are you getting outside? How much sunlight are you getting? How much time are you spending around loved ones? It could be family. It could be friends. How often are you engaged in social settings and talking with people? Are you taking good supplements and eating good whole food that's going to take care of you? I'm not saying that a steak is going to cure your depression, but there are so many factors that go into this that can buoy you up as you deal with challenges at the same time. Also, have you assessed yourself with attachment challenges? Talk with me. I have a free attachment styles guide that we can go through if you need to. You I know you've looked at it before. But there's so many things to go through on this. Are you living that life, or are you letting the depression drive you deeper into a pit where you are of course you're going to become depressed. What are you doing there? Again, no judgment. Very little to all those since I'm busy with grad school and 2 jobs. There you go. I feel so stressed, disorganized attachment. That's it right there. You have retreated from everywhere that was fulfilling you, and you are now living in mental slavery in a situation that is nothing but stress and misery. Of course you are depressed. And again, no judgment, but of course you are depressed. Do the things that will begin fulfilling you. Otherwise, you are going to start doing things that fulfill you short term that you are not going to like, and you're going to be horrified by them. This is what we all do. It's called binging on various things, dopamine binging. Short term makes you feel better, long term makes you feel like garbage. What advice would you give your teen daughters or sons in regards to looking for a good boyfriend or girlfriend, having relationships? Your social environment and network and connections mean everything. Everything. People make the mistake. I don't have any family. I don't have any friends. I don't have anybody. I should go find a romantic partner and build a life together with a stranger. No. You build a social network, your life improves, your quality of life improves, everything gets better, and they help you find and vet that partner. That's the thing. And then you invite that person into a life with you. Can you love a person and commit 100% to the relationship, but not be dependent on the person emotionally? You should not be dependent on the person emotionally. Absolutely not. Now, can you draw joy and excitement and love? Yes, you can and should, but that person should not be your one and only. You should have a network. 100%. The Williamson interviews are really good. That should be a title of a series, The Williamson Interviews with Adam Lane Smith. That'd be cool. Did see the Williamson ones. Good stuff. Thank you. In the Lord's work. Thank you. Thank you, Delando. It's good to see you, by the way. I love your work with Chris Williamson. I love the attachment becomes more mainstream. I'm loving it too. Have you ever considered, doing interviews with people in the pickup field? I feel like the polarized stances would make for an interesting conversation. I am definitely open to working with pickup people and pick people in that pickup field. I'm very much interested in that. I might have more to talk about that in the future. Thank you for your reply. Phoenix, 100%. Let me know how I can help. Sounds like your friend is terrified to ask for her needs because she thinks men don't want commitment. Anyone in here feel like men don't want commitment? I hear that all the time from women. I also hear from men all the time that women don't want commitment. Anyone feel that way? Both sides think the other side doesn't want commitment, and the people who do want commitment are waiting for you to talk about it. So if they don't want commitment, say thanks, move on. Collaborations, Susan, Apollonia, Stefan. Interesting. Thank you. Hit me with those and hit them. Susan Venker. Interesting. Okay. What makes you think that would be a fun conversation? I'm not saying no. I'm just curious what you think. My issue with dating currently seems to be finding someone who's healthy and normal and not super religious. So healthy, normal, but not super religious. Do you see those crossing a lot? Like only healthy people, only religious people are healthy? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're mostly finding? Just trying to, in my brain. Collab with Trip Advice. Ooh, interesting. Great to know collabs are already happening. I have a lot of them. Hope many others are coming. They good things. 100%. Thank you. I'm going to start implementing those. Awesome, Melanie. Sam Teller, I can see my future with you in it. I must have a spouse who wants children with me. Times of the essence. How do you feel about our window of opportunity? Also check fertility clinic. Interesting. Troy's key applying principles. Thank you for your wisdom. How do I build and deepen my support network? Ooh. So it depends. If you have family members that you can actually talk to and they're healthy, go through that first and start deepening those connections. If you have religious beliefs, start deepening those connections in a religious community, a church, a synagogue, a mosque, whatever it might be. Find places where people align with your values. So you might be volunteering and doing volunteer organizations or charity organizations. Those are 3 really good places to do it. And the number 4 is professional networking and professional networking organizations. Number 5 is hobbies that have social components. So martial arts, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has a really thriving community pretty much everywhere. Dancing classes, interesting, and not pole dancing classes, but like ballroom dancing. Like you have to have physical contact with the other human being, and you're learning dancing at the same time. Those 5 places are really great places to meet people. I developed strong religious beliefs, which I'd made known. So finding my future wife, talking about our future was easier. That is a very great way to do it. Often we had guidance from others who knew us in similar beliefs that can help. They're successful at 50 with healthy babies. Love that. I love those stories. Men do want commitment. Yes. Problem is finding people worth committing to. Also, yes. Men and women both say that about the other side. They very much seem to overlap. They can. I'm religious too. It's my social network, but for the church, it's their whole personality. Oh, you don't want someone that's their entire personality. Okay, no, that I understand. Fair. You just don't want that person to be nothing but a walking religious textbook. Okay. How much division are you wanting there? It might just be the people in your current organization, your current group, your current church, or whatever you want to, whatever it's called for your, I don't know what faith you are, but it could be. Sometimes specific churches can get that way and others are not, for example. I'll have to stress test my relationship. Good tip. Good call, Sam. Be gentle, but yes. Have the conversations that have the risk of breaking you up and see how they handle it. If they handle it fantastically and they cooperate with you during the stress and the conflict, then you know that you could actually solve problems together. If they fall apart, not great. Do you do men's group sessions or something similar? Singularity, I do group coaching sessions, group coaching events is what I call them. I have a private community called the Attachment Circle. It's a Discord community. It's $50 a month. You get 2 group coaching Zoom calls every single week. Plus, we record older ones so that we have them in a constant video library of teaching and Q&A. And then you have the 24-hour-a-day support group inside the Discord group. So you get 8 group coaching calls every month for $50 inside the Discord community. Actually, let me drop those since you've asked about that. I totally forgot because TikTok doesn't let me do this, but here we go. I will drop a link for anyone who's interested. No pressure at all. But anyone who's interested, I'll drop a link. Boom. There you go. Private community. All right. I feel men don't want commitment because they claim to be not ready. There are certainly men who do that. Internal dragon is like because society is more fluent and negatives. Also very true. Beats by Wood. Hey, Adam, do you distinguish between narcissist? How do you distinguish a narcissist discard from one where it's related to attachment, or are they just correlated? So narcissistic personality disorder is an extreme version of avoidant attachment style. People with avoidant attachment style are on a spectrum of just nervous, like I want to be left alone. I don't want to hurt anybody. I'm just kind of scared of relationships, sliding down the scale toward more and more and more manipulation and gaslighting and abuse of over here, and then off into narcissistic personality disorder, antisocial personality disorder, avoidant personality disorder, all of them off the spectrum over here. So that's what you're looking at when they have narcissistic traits, almost always avoidant, but not all avoidant people have narcissistic traits. So I don't want to demonize those people at all. Many of them are just scared. Delano, I see it all the time. I understand your dilemma. Wickus the Wicked. Hey, Adam, thank you for all your content. You're welcome. Thanks for being here. You've changed my life forever for the better. I found a woman I want to marry and have a family with, whereas before I couldn't even hold a girlfriend. Well, thank you, Wickus. I'm delighted to hear that. Congratulations, and I'm very happy for you. That's wonderful. How are you guys doing? Sounds like you're getting ready to get married. I hope so. Are you popping the questions soon? Let me ask you a smart question than that. What tells you she is the right one for you? What tells you she is the right one for you? I just get excited when people have a good love story. But let me put on my thoughtful. What tells you she's the right one for you? How do you know? So, how did you decide to specialize in attachment? Because very few people were. I had to start leading training seminars for other healthcare professionals about attachment. Nobody was talking about it almost. Nobody seemed to know about it. And when I started trying to talk about it, it set the world on fire. Is there any blind spots you see in the theory that people can change it? Very few people understand that. They take a attachment styles test and say, oh, I'm avoidant attachment. I will just be that forever. Oh, I'm anxious attachment. I will have to tell my partner that they have to live with it. No, you can change it. Exciting recent discoveries in the field. Adam Lane Smith. No. Honestly, though, that you can change it, that it's only a beginning place. Singularity, I actually need that. 100%. Pop in the group. I'd love to see you in there. Adam, your content is so useful. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. That's kind of you. Religious standards and boundaries by covenant. She cannot give her emotional sacred to husband, only self. Daters. I got you, Cleanza. Thoughtful. I like that. Troy, I've been looking at your boot camp, attachment boot camp. Yep, my video course. Can you tell me what it covers? Does it include the Discord community? Yes. So my attachment boot camp course is my 15 years of training and experience with psychology, relationships, and attachment, condensed down into 7 hours to help you crush your insecurity, find a loving partner, build a great relationship that's going to last for a lifetime, and feel comfortable the whole time in your friendships, in your family, and your bonds, so that you can relax and you can stop overthinking everything. That is the point of that course, and that's what helps you do in 7 hours. It also includes 6 hours of exclusive live Q&A with students from the course that I did back and forth with them, so you can see me applying the material in real time to real relationships. And then it includes 1 free month inside my private community for my Attachment Bootcamp course. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. Oh, I should drop a link. I should drop a link. If you guys ask me about stuff, I'll drop a link. Again, no pressure, but there it is. If anyone needs help, how do I drop a link? I did it before. There we go. In between different things. I feel like a boomer right now. Like, wait, where's the link? How do I do this? There we go. All right. Tiana. Hi, Adam. I have a question. Good. Well, welcome in here, Tiana. I'm glad you have a question. Do you know what Limerin says? Oh, yes. I feel very lemon over a married man I was entangled with for 7 years. I feel stuck and sad and hopeless. I'm very sorry to hear that. Yes, I know limerence. Limerence is that emotional craving for someone who is not available and someone who's not in your life. It's I don't want to call it an inappropriate craving, but it's not even something you necessarily want, but it's that overwhelming craving you can't deal with and you don't know what to do about. Limerence, what I have found through my 15 years of training and experience, is usually down to a really low level of oxytocin in that person. Oxytocin is the bonding hormone that tells you people love you and care about you. And it tells me, usually when someone has limerence, that they don't have many good, fulfilling relationships. Family relationships, friendships, they are lacking in those areas. So they are trying to put everything into a romantic partner to meet all of their needs at once. That's usually what limerence is. It is usually fixed by building deep friendships or trying to repair family relationships that are not what they need to be. Felix, welcome in here. I'm going to grab your question here in just a minute. I'm scrolling down through, but I just saw you. No, I'll take you now. That's good. Do you recommend couples to have prenups? Someone asked me about that earlier. I personally lean towards no, but what are your thoughts? Not necessarily at the beginning if there's no money involved. If there's already children involved, yes. Knowing you, that's not the case. I treat prenups not as, here's what would happen if we got divorced. Use prenups as a discussion about the relationship responsibilities and expectations, and then layer them in. The prenup shouldn't be the thing that keeps you together. It should be the contract you write together about what your marriage will be. Use it that way. That's what I recommend. I'm not against prenups at all, to be honest with you. It should be a time to build a contract about what your marriage must be for both of you. And then you have a prenup to go back to. You have a contract to go back to. You have the agreement to go back to. Very helpful. Thank you for your advice again. You're very welcome, Calculus. Good questions tonight. I don't have many meaningful friendships. My family's kind of a mess. Pretty dependent on my relationship is going. Advice. Get a friend immediately. Get a friend immediately. Not because, I'm not saying you're going to wreck your relationship, but that is an immense amount of pressure on your relationship and on your partner that you don't want to be putting on them and that they shouldn't have to bear. And over time, it can really wear things down. Could it work? Yes. I've seen plenty of couples where that works out, where they only have each other for life. It's possible. But quality of life is not what it could be. And it can lead to a lot of very big difficulties, to be honest with you. Troy, it's a Discord community with 2 weekly group sessions, I think. Thanks, Sam. Yes. Troy. The Discord, the Attachment Bootcamp course is a video course. Yep. And then the Discord community is its own thing. But thanks, Sam. I appreciate you. Beats, any other books you'd recommend outside your own I picked up this week? No More Mr. Nice Guy. Yeah, I have a copy of No More Mr. Nice Guy. My own book. I have a couple of them right up there. Dr. Robert Glover. I interviewed him just the other day for collaboration. I'm going to post that here on my YouTube channel. He's fantastic. I was telling him how his work has influenced my own for so long, and he was telling me he's shocked that I thought his book was an attachment book. He had never considered it that way before. So it's our works overlap. I've learned from him quite a bit. He's my mentor. He just released a new book called The Big Stick, which just hit Amazon maybe a month ago. I recommend checking that out. It condenses his decades of work and experience down into one thick book of his teachings. I definitely pick up The Big Stick. It wasn't written by him. It was written by somebody else who compiled his work with him. So somebody else's name is on it. But if you type The Big Stick, Dr. Glover, you'll find it on Amazon. It's got a picture of a big stick on it. Do other creators recommend other people's books on their streams? I do. I don't care. I think he's fantastic. So I just always wonder, like, do other people do this? It's a great book. Wickus, I can't really explain how I know Adam. We share principles. Good. We both want many kids together. Good. And we both believe marriage is forever. Good. So no quitting on each other. You've got principles, you've got long-term life goals, and you've got commitment. You share those three things. That's what you need. Fantastic, Wickus. Does she cooperate with you during conflicts, or does she pull away and try to solve individually? Does she get defensive? Is it collaborative? What is it like? So far, she's 3 for 3. Let's see if she's 4 for 4. That's fantastic. She has my stamp of approval. You can tell her that. Adam Lane Smith approves of you tonight. Nah, don't say that. No, holy cow, I've never heard of limerence, but that describes me pretty well. Yes, I need to reevaluate some of my relationships. Yes, many people with anxious attachment style will experience limerence. Not always. It's not that common, but many people with it will. 100%. Hit me with that if you have any questions. Felix, what are your thoughts on both the couples, husband and wife, working and making money instead of the husband working and the wife stays at home? I think it's fine if you don't have kids. If you do have kids, children are proven to benefit tremendously from having a parent in the home. Thank you guys for the hearts going up. I love that so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's proven that kids have so much benefit from one parent staying home. 100%. You just described exactly how I feel, Adam. Wow. Thank you so much. Can I start building a better relationship? You totally can. You're knowledgeable, Adam. Wow, you're such a blessing. Thank you, Tiana. I'm glad. I am here to help. Ask me as many questions as you want. I'm here for another 15 minutes tonight, and I will be back next Tuesday night, every Tuesday night from now on, and many Wednesday nights when I can. Make sure you guys subscribe and then hit the little bell, the notifications. You'll get chimes for these events, and you'll get chimes for all my videos. Make sure you turn notifications on, you guys. I don't want you to miss anything. Plans of things. The partner's hypothetical at this stage. I got you. Tom Powell, I know I wanted to marry my wife. Thank you so much for those likes, you guys. I see them go. That's awesome. I really appreciate you guys. I know I wanted to marry my wife after I became a parent with one similar future. Good. Future goals. It's important both people are honest in this, not just say what the other one. 100%. You need to hear what they say and then disregard their words and look at their actions. Always. That was a good one. Enjoyed it. Good, Oliver. I figured you would. I don't like Dr. Cavalier approach to sex and divorce, to be honest with you. I hear you, Felix. That's the one place, and same words. That's the one place I really deviate from him is the sort of that cavalier approach to divorce. But I understand where that's come from through his experience. I can get it. It's not something I share, but I think he's an astounding genius, to be honest with you, in just about every other capacity. So one little disagreement. Okay, I'll accept it. Prenups. Do you require her to have children and raise them? She's not going to get opportunities in the work field for retirement. She has made life. Yeah. Once upon a time, it was fairly normal to sit down and have at least a verbal arrangement of what would be. Now, it wasn't always like, I will pay you $8 million upon this, and here is your dowry. But I mean, once upon a time, there were dowries. There were things like that. That's a prenup. People don't realize how dowries work. You didn't just give the money to the bride or give the money to her dad or whatever. It was held in trust many times in the event that the marriage didn't work. There was a prenup. There was a number of things. Some of these are still practiced. I'm not encouraging them. I'm just saying a marriage is a business. Marriage is not a fun, happy, yay, romantic endeavor like, yay, we're married. Let's just have fun forever. Marriage exists for the business of building a family. When you marry, you are co-founding a family. You are co-founding a business. If you don't want to co-found a business, don't get married. That's it. That's just it. Like, come on, guys. How do you balance the value exchange of conditional love with intrinsic value of unconditional love in friendships and relationships? So you can love somebody, but that does not mean that you must always do what they want you to. Sometimes, many times, loving someone love is only visible in action. Otherwise, it's affection. So love is an action that you take that is for the true well-being of the other person. So you can love somebody when they are doing the wrong things. In fact, that is when you actually show that you love them, to be honest with you. But if you enable them, you probably don't love them. You probably need them in your life and you feel good when they're around. You should be on Joe Rogan. Alchemist, write to Joe Rogan and tell him that. I can write to him and say, yeah, right. If you write to him, he'll say, someone wants to learn about Adam Lane Smith. See how that works? You guys have the power over collaborations. You guys don't even realize. You guys have the power over what collaborations you want to see. It's not so much us on the back end. A little bit it is, but it's you guys in comment sections. It's you guys in emails. It's you guys like, hey, go talk to that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy. It's you guys telling me tonight. Now it's in my head. I'm like, interesting. I could reach out to these people. And it's if you guys do that with them, then both of us say, I've been hearing I should talk to you. I've been hearing that too. Boom, click. That's a lot of the way that works. So if you guys want to see it happen, you have the power. That's kind of cool that way. How does a man know if marriage is the right choice for him? If he wants to build a family. Otherwise, just have endless fun. Don't get married if you're not wanting to build a family. If you want to have kids, get married. The research shows that that's the number one thing you can do to give your kids the best outcome, to be honest with you. Lucas Bain, yes, they do. What are the signs of a woman? Yes, they do what? Wait a minute. I missed that, Lucas. Yes, they do what? Antoine, what are the signs a woman wants a serious relationship? Ooh. Antoine, thank you so much for your donation. That's very kind of you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. What are the signs that she's ready for a serious relationship? Quite frankly, she is asking the harder questions instead of being like, what do they call them? A shrinking violet, fainting, just letting you do everything, telling you whatever you want to hear. She's actually asking you questions. She's asking context. She's clarifying. She is talking to you about a future. She is building that with you, and she's not being a jerk or mean. There's a lot of words that you could use there. She's not being abrasive and rude or brash or taking control, but she is pushing you in the right direction of where you need to go. She's the wind at your back, and she's doing it cooperatively with you as a teammate. Really great sign. Charlie, what would you say are the goals of a first, second, third date? I do this all the time. I'll do it again, Charlie. I'll do it again. First date, the only thing you need to establish is, can you cooperate as human beings while being in the same room and have a conversation? And at the end of the first date, you say, hey, this has been fun, and I just want to make sure we're on the same page. I am looking for a long-term committed relationship. We don't have to get married tomorrow, but is that something you're looking for too? And if so, cool. If not, hey, we'll finish our dinner, we'll high five, we'll go our separate ways. What are you looking for in a long-term relationship? And are you looking for one? Commit that, do that on the first date. Establish mutual desire for a committed relationship, or GTFO. Second date, you start talking about your values, your goals, but you do it through storytelling. You don't just bullet point it. You start sharing stories about your life and who you are, not your wealth, how jacked you are. It's your morals, your values, your family relationships, and then you invite them to do the same. Third one, you start talking about things that are not perfect in you, and you turn your red flags into green flags by talking about how you've overcome them, but it's something that they may have to deal with in the relationship, and ask if they're willing to tolerate that. Same thing with them. You're seeing if they're capable of doing that back with you and being self-reflective and working on their problems. By the end of the third date, you're actually ready to be exclusive. Be thorough, you guys. How do you get over the fear of being vulnerable with new people in a growing space, sense of hyper-individual, just ghosting? Beats, I have a great book for that. It is called 5 Steps to Overcome Your Fear of Rejection. I have a book. Let me see if I can. Mastering Your Fear of Rejection. Here we go. That's not actually what the book is called, but that is what we have called the landing page for some reason. So little things that you would never know on the back end. Check out that book, Beats. It includes a 50% off coupon for a month inside my community, by the way. I'll just spoiler, it's in the back there. Someone has to stay home with kids. That said, if it isn't the woman, it's going to mess with her head. It can. And, everybody, there are general gender roles for a reason, and they don't have to fit every couple, but it should be a conversation that you guys have, to be honest with you. For me and my wife, it was definitely her. I work 12 to 14 hours a day. She's a stay-at-home mom of coming up 5 babies. Wicca, she's far better than me at working through conflict. Wonderful. I have attachment issues. I'm trying my best to be honest with them, work through our bumps. Being with her makes me want to become better. This is great, Wicca. She's 4 for 4. Okay, now you can officially tell her Adam Lane Smith approves, and she's got my rubber stamp. There you go. We'll send her a t-shirt. We need more Adam Lane Smiths and less Andrew Tates. We are polar opposites. Marriage used to be necessary for survival. How important is inner game when it comes to dating and relationships? Inner game is defined as perception of yourself, self-esteem, your ability to navigate the world. I would say it's impossible to have a successful relationship without that inner game. If you don't believe that you have self-worth, if you cannot respect yourself, you're gonna have a hell of a time having any success in life in general. Um, massive, massive, massively overwhelming, important, Felix. Companionship is greater than children in business. I differ on marriages and business stance. That's fair. That's all right. I hear that. I'm not, yeah, no, I hear you. I totally hear you. Men have left a wife for a secretary. Fair, fair. Oh, creators pitch other creators' books. Okay, I'm glad. There's a lot of creators who this is my audience. I will never let you see them. Like some creators do that. I've never been that way, and I can never be that way. I'm like, hey, you have something great to say. My audience needs to hear that. Come over here. And then they're like, that's awesome. Come over here. And like you share, and then everybody benefits. This idea that we're in like some zero-sum game where I'm like, I'm competing for your guys' every dollar you make, and like anyone else who comes in is going to take that money away from me. Like, it's the dumbest thing on earth. It's the stupidest thing on earth. I go on about that. I won't. I won't. You guys get me. Honestly, an anti-red pill interview with Joe Rogan would be a unique show. I like that idea. Anti-red. What does red pill get wrong, and what do they get right? John De La Rose, look, it's you. Just helping the algorithm. Listen to this guy, everyone. He's brilliant. Thank you, John. Man, it's good to see you in here, bro. How you doing? I hope you're doing okay. Also, you're not postponing conversations for months. 100%, Cleanza. 100%. Don't ever do that. Hey, you moved to YouTube. Yeah, Caitlin, good to see you in here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. What do you think hookup culture does psychologically to women? Calvinist, I have a video, rather than dive into that in our last 3 minutes, I have a video on my YouTube channel here that's going to piss some people off. Warning. It's called How Casual Sex Violates the Female Brain and How to Heal and Find Love. It's right here on my YouTube channel. It's one of my earlier videos. If you type like casual sex, Adam Lane Smith, that's what will pop up because I don't have casual sex. So that's what will pop up. Singular, I'm 55 years old, 4 months ago, recommended. Reconnected with an ex from 8 years ago. After 3 months of intense romance, lots of negative feelings resurfaced. We both committed working through the issues. Okay. With the Imago. Okay. Next time we met, she dumped me, conveying, thanks for making me want a meaningful relationship. You're not the one. I've been stuck in grief for 3 weeks now. I am so sorry. Oh, that is terrible. I am thinking of all the women I know who are in their 50s who ask me to find them a husband. So sorry, that's what my face is right now. Like, I wonder where you live. That's my matchmaking face. You may not see it very often. I don't think I've ever explained that to you. That's my matchmaking face. No, I'm sorry that you're experiencing that grief. The fact that you want to work things through and build that connection, fantastic. I don't think you're going to have a hard time finding someone who's going to match that, to be honest with you. Are you going to be doing regular live to YouTube's live? Yes, Caitlin. Every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. I'm going to be here on YouTube. And many Wednesday nights, most likely. I'm going to be live streaming, dual live streaming with my friend Sarah. We'll be doing some of those. It'll be exciting. Constant collaboration. Wickus, thank you so much for being here and answering questions. Send all the love. Thank you, Wickus, for being here. It's good to talk to you. Antoine, what are your thoughts on Kevin Samuels? Ooh. We've only got a minute left before the end of my stream. Ask me again, Antoine. Ask me again another time. I don't know that I could do justice to that with 1 minute left. I don't know I could do justice for that. LA, scarcity mindset, 100%. There's a lot of that around. How long could a couple date before the man pops the question, puts a ring? Me and my wife dated for 2 weeks. Let's see if those hearts stop. They're trickling down. Me and my wife dated for 2 weeks before I said, you're the one, and now we need to stress. Let's get engaged because I don't want anyone else finding you. You're too good to pass up and putting a ring on that finger. And let's stress test the hell out of this relationship for the next 10 and a half months. At 11 months, we got married. Been together 14 and a half years. We're having our 5th child. So he's a good author. Read his stuff. He's legit. I hear you. No, I hear you. I just have a lot of thoughts. Is there something wrong with a man if he's unsure if he wants kids? No, Sam, there's not something wrong with a man if he's unsure if he wants kids, especially at certain ages. Totally normal. Singularity. Gotcha. Pranav, good to see you in here. Hey, Adam, I have a crush on my classmate, and she's dating my senior. What to do? I would say let it go. Here's what I would actually say. Sit down and make a list of the things that you find attractive and warm and inviting in that person. And then use that as a roadmap for somebody else. That's what I would do. Don't sit around and wait. Make note. Find it. Make note and find it. Find other people who are maybe even better. Find things that person doesn't have. Build a roadmap. Long distance relationship advice, 6 months study abroad. How to make a woman want you to make you her boyfriend after a few dates. Boy, those are two very different things. Are you in a long distance relationship, or are you trying to make a woman want to date you and you're not on a few dates yet? Which one is it? Caitlin, you have a lovely evening. Can't wait to watch the live next week. Thank you, Caitlin. Actually, you can rewatch this one. These, interestingly, these get posted on the channel, so you can watch them again if you ever want to, which is interesting. I didn't even know that would happen, but it's pretty cool. Pray for me, my future husband. Got you, Cleanza. Got you. Thanks for being here tonight. It's always good to talk to you. And you, Caitlin, as well, and everybody else. Wickus, best of luck. Calvin, thank you for everything, man. Your videos give me a huge, I didn't know I already knew this, especially in regards to what women want. Yes, it's common sense has disappeared. I am teaching things that are common sense that nobody has ever heard. So when they hear it, they're like, whoa, and it clicks. And they're like, why didn't I know this? And it's common sense, but it hasn't been passed down. And you haven't processed or thought it through. And then it makes such sense. It instantly clicks in. That's a lot of what I teach. So thank you guys so much for being here. This has been wonderful. I appreciate you guys. You are awesome. You make me want to come back and do this again. It has been great being here. Delando, thank you. I appreciate that. That is very kind. Thank you so much. Antoine, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that earlier. That was cool, helping me feed my many, many kids. It was wonderful to see you guys. I will be back tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Well, what day is it? It's Wednesday. I will be back next Tuesday, 7 p.m. U.S. Central Time. Next Tuesday, 7 p.m. U.S. Central Time. I will be here, not with bells on. That would be weird. I will be here to talk with you guys, 7 p.m. Subscribe, turn on notifications. It'll ping you when I go live. I also try to blast out on Twitter, and I try to blast out on Instagram. So if you're following me there on my stories, you'll get hit with that. Twitter, it's best just to do notifications so you don't forget, or set a reminder. That's the thing. If you want to talk to me between now and then, you want to do this again, I got a video call group coaching setting going on Saturday, every Saturday and every Tuesday night as well. We do Tuesday night right before the live stream. Join my private community. I'd love to have you guys in there. You can always email me if you need help. I'm here to help. So see you next week. Thank you, LA. I'll be here. Singularity, thank you. You're very welcome. Caitlin, glad to have you in here. Got best wish for you and best for thank you so much. This was worth staying up till 2 a.m. Gustavo, thank you, but man, get some rest. Please get some good rest. Phoenix, thank you for doing these live streams. I'll keep doing them until my jaw breaks. I'm gonna do them. I did 6 of these a week on TikTok for a year. Now I'm moving myself over to YouTube because I love the people over here. The community, nothing is TikTok. I just really enjoy the community over here. You guys have great questions and you guys are very engaged. You all want to learn. So thank you for being you. Could not do this without you. Thank you for helping me hit 20,000 subscribers, by the way. Thank you so much. I was shocked that we did that. Thank you for being you guys. I'll talk to you again soon. Next Tuesday, 7 p.m. U.S. Central Time. I will be here. When are you on next, Cleanza? 7 p.m. U.S. Central Time every Tuesday night. Every Tuesday night. Just Tuesday, 7 p.m. Tuesday taco night at 7 p.m. Central Time. I'll be here. All right, guys. Good night. Take care of yourselves. Build good relationships. I'll see you next time.